What is the difference between the 2017 TAYLORMADE M1 and the 2018 TAYLORMADE M3? Drum roll please. In 2017, I spent £400 on a TAYLORMADE M1. Well, I didn't, but for the sake of this video, I did. In 2018, should I spend £400 again on the TAYLORMADE M3? Let's find out. So we're gonna have a little bit of role play in this video. Not that kind of role play. And I'm gonna put myself in a position which a few of you guys might be in. I'm gonna say I got fitted for one of these last year and I'm gonna put it against the one from this year. Let's see what comes out best. Let's see which one I prefer. It may be the new one, it may be the old one. And from there, I'm gonna tell you if you should upgrade from the M1 to the M3. Let's do it. So I'm gonna start M1. We're gonna hit 3, 4, maybe 5 shots. I'm going to tell you how far it's going, how it looks. I've never actually hit an M1. I've always used my old Untitled driver. If you've watched my course logs, you'll know full well that I use the Old Faithful. I've got them both in as close specs as I can. 9.5, and this one's set as close to 9.5 as I can. You can see both of the weight settings are standard, and I've got them both in the stock stiff shafts that they come in. So first hit with the TAYLORMADE M1. Let's see how this feels. Looks wise, looking down at it, I really like the white looking head. That appeals to me. The big talking point between these two drivers is the face twist, which the M1 doesn't have. Second shot, TAYLORMADE M1. That felt pretty good. Very good actually. Nice high draw, pitching around 255, finishing 260-ish. Quite good for me. That's around my figures with a driver. Let's go again. Again, felt really good. Consistency wise with the M1, I've hit 2 shots, both really good actually. Slight draws, pitching around 250, 255-ish, going up to 260. That one actually finished 263, so not bad at all. Let's go one more M1, then look at the M3. To say I've never hit one of these before, this thing's good. Let's look at the new kid on the block, TAYLORMADE M3. Again, 460 head, the same as what the M1 was, or is, because it's here. We've not lost it just yet. And to be honest, this is going to have to perform now. This is going to have to do really well to beat the M1. I really enjoyed that club. Let's have a look. So looking down at the M3, I'm not so sure if I'm a fan of this silver now actually. When I've done the review on the M3 before, I really enjoyed the silver and I liked the look of it. But going straight from the M1 to the M3, I think I prefer the white. Let's see how it performs. For me, this was one of the best performing drivers so far this year. Looking down at it, the silver does look completely different. Slightly left, but carried a little bit further. I think that's more down to me shutting it down a little bit. Let's go again. Second shot, M3. I'm swinging pretty good today. These are all coming out with a little bit of draw on them or staying fairly straight. Distance-wise, exactly the same. And it's funny, you know, having hit the M1, then hit the M3 and saying that I preferred the white on the M1, after hitting 2 shots with the M3, I can't split it. I just cannot split it. I like them both actually, looking down at them. Okay, last shot in here with the M3. And then we're going to go where it really matters, on the golf course. One of the major differences between these drivers is the sound. The M1 sounds good, sounds like a really solid club, but the M4 just sounds incredible. You get my drift. So that was the best shot of the morning for me, and it's gone 263, okay? So pretty much exactly the same distance between M3 and M1. So if you're thinking that you're going to upgrade the M1 and get a lot more distance with the M3, it's not going to happen. Right, that's enough testing in the studio done, and I must admit, It's neck and neck between these two so far. Distance exactly the same. I couldn't see much in the face twist. Let's get out on the golf course and see how it performs under pressure. So we're out here and it is a little bit foggy. It's also very wet as well, so as you can see, I'm walking because I'm a good citizen and I care about the golf course. A little bit of a roundup from the studio aspect of the two drivers. Not a lot between them at all. Looking down at them, the M3 does look a little bit smaller than the M1. They're both the 460 head, so I've not got the 445 or 420 or whatever else they do them in. It's a standard one you'll find on most of the shelves. That's another point as well. If you are wanting an M1 now, obviously if you can find one, they're going to be cheaper, but you're not destined to find one. Something that TaylorMade have started doing really well now is not mass producing. Sorry, nearly ended up in that there. They've stopped mass producing the product as much, so you don't find them on the shelves at like 70 quid when they've been there at 300 quid for the last 6 months. I'm going to have to start paying attention to where I'm going here. I'll meet you on the tee. As you can see here, not ideal conditions to be testing drivers. You guys can't see the ball fly and I can't either, but that's okay. We're going to start it as long as we can. It's starting to rain as well. We're going to go M1 first. Let's see where these go. One thing that's definitely showing up today is that I'm swinging it good for a change. Not bad, a little bit heely. Let's see what the M3 is saying. I hit them both pretty good again. I can't see there's going to be a lot in that. Let's get down there and see where they are. So far, I've got to say, if you've got an M1 and you're thinking about changing to an M3, I can't see it. I think one of the things maybe to think about is ask yourself why you would change such a new driver for obviously what is another new driver. Is it something that you can pick up on lessons? Spend that £400 on a good pack of lessons with someone who knows your game and can help you. That might be a better way to do it. The M1s, they're pretty much the same. I've not hit one out of the toe over heel massively with the M3 yet to test the face twist, but the more I hit the M3, the more I kind of think it doesn't really do anything. Let's see where these balls are. I still can't see them actually. So I actually hit 2 with both because the first time I didn't press record. And funnily enough, this is where they are. Dispersion questionable. One there. One there, you can see it. And 2 there. So there's really not a lot in it. Just while I'm walking to the 18th tee, because I'm not used to walking, because I usually do these reviews on buggies, I'm just going to ask you, have you subscribed yet? If not, why not? Come on, click subscribe. Here on the 18th tee at Huddersfield, I'm going to go M1, then I'm going to go M3, then I'm going to round it up because it's starting to rain. Again, 2 decent swings there. I'm going to round this up here. For me, both very good drivers, both very well made, decent technology in both of them. Face twist, I don't know. If you're going to go and get fitted for a driver, which you're going to struggle to do with the M1 now, they're both going to perform for you. For me, like I said, I did prefer the white on the M1. That's no longer an option, so that's up to you guys to maybe try them both if you can. If you are going to try them one, you're going to struggle to get the specs you want, as I said. so M3 might be the only viable option if you're in the market. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to finish off by showing you where these drives finished. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. See you soon. What is the difference between the 2017 TAYLORMADE M1 and the 2018 TAYLORMADE M3? Drum roll, please. That's your difference, guys. See you soon.